Are you serious? Are you serious? The Arch of Baal. Well, it's in the Bible, of course. Baal worship. Children of Israel got themselves all tangled up in it. And I've shared that with you guys before, and how that it took the prophet Elijah and a famine of no rain for 3 years and a confrontation between the prophet of God and the 450 prophets of Baal on the top of Mount Carmel for the fire to fall and God to convince the children of Israel that they have been worshiping and serving an idol god, a pagan god, a god of death, a god of misery. And so in Syria, there is an archway, ancient archway. Well, it was there until ISIS blew it up. It was called the Arch of Palmyra in Syria. It's also known as the Arch of Triumph. But it was the archway that led into the temple of Baal. Now, they have just erected it in New York City yesterday. There was a unveiling of it. And, of course, people were swooping around and everybody was, stunned by this archway that led to the temple of the Mesopotamian god. And of course, Baal is actually the son of the god Dagon, which the Philistines had a temple built for. And when they stole the Ark of the Covenant in the Bible, they stole the Ark of the Covenant and took it to the house of Dagon, or to the temple of Dagon, and set the ark right next to their idol image of Dagon. Now, we all know the story that when the next morning when they came back to their temple, the Ark of the Covenant of God was still sitting there, but the statue, huge statue image of Dagon had fallen on its face. So they had to rehoist, they had to pick their God up and try that again. Now, folks, let me just say right now, if you got to pick your God up, you might want to get a different God. I mean, but a lot of you are. You're walking around, you got the little Buddha statue, little pot-belly Buddha, and you set it over here on this shelf. You got the little Kali over here, and you got these little... If you got to carry your gods around, you got a problem. Are you serious? Are you serious? Because my God picked me up. My God carries me around. My God is the only God there is, of course. And he is the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, and he gives us the joy and the victory. All right. Well, let me just say this quickly. They put this thing up in New York. People were everywhere. They unveiled it, and it was just a spectacular. Oh, how they're so giddy over this. This replica of the 2,000-year-old Roman arch that was destroyed by ISIS in Syria last year, unveiled in New York City yesterday. The Triumph, or the Arch of Triumph, 2/3 scale of the original, not quite the size of the original, but 2/3 that size. It's now in the City Hall Park in New York City a week before being shipped. Next destination, it's going to Dubai. Okay? The replica was made by the Institute of Digital Archaeology using 3D computer models based on photographs of the original arch. The photos were taken by archaeologists and tourists before the city of Palmyra, where the arch once stood, before it was captured by ISIS in May of last year and completely destroyed. All right, so anyway, is this a portal? Has New York City opened up a portal? Have they opened a portal into the spirit of darkness, into the underworld, into the demonic realm by hoisting this ark, by erecting it there into the city of New York? On the eve, they did it on the opening, really, of the United Nations as the New World Order is gathered and has an agenda. Again, what's their agenda this week? The theme of the 71st General Assembly of the United Nations is the Sustainable Development Goals, a universal push to transform our world. Sounds a whole lot like the New World Order, or the beast in the Bible. I'll be back with more current world events and how they relate to Bible prophecy. Do not miss this broadcast live today. Starts at 12 noon Eastern at our website. We're going to talk about the Temple of Baal and just what all went on with Baal worship. And where are we today in comparison? Wow! Are you serious? Which decision are we going to make in America?